Burke, we've lost contact with the colony on LV-426. Take Gorman and his team to investigate. We don't want anyone to learn that the company has deliberately infected colonists in order to smuggle alien specimens past ICC quarantine.
Yes, sir.
It's imperative that you get Ripley to trust you. She's familiar with the Xenomorph, and we may need her help to bring one out alive.
Understood.
All right, understand this. The Bioweapons Division had orders to eliminate anyone who attempts to interfere. Obviously, they won't be aware of your team's mission.
Good luck, Ripley.
Accessing computer system. Security codes. We're in. Stay frosty, people.
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. This is HippyTesla, and welcome to episode 5. I know I'm right, 5 of Alien Trilogy for the Sega Saturn. A little later start today, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do something. Kill some aliens, kill some xenomorphs. Hello, GameCube Zombie. Hello, Mother of Hippie. Hello, Sash. Hello, everybody everywhere. Hello, Twitch. Hello, Kick. Hello, YouTube. We're actually not that far off from the... where's the load thing? There you go. We're not that far off from the good nom noms from the game's end, I assume, because that's what it seems like to me. What does this do? Delete file from backup. Is it like delete a specific save, or oh no, just that? Okay, go back. You don't want to do that. I want to delete that extra save I made, but I guess it doesn't matter because it doesn't really take up any additional space. It already reserves space for its 4 saved games. And that's it. We're doing good, man. We're doing good. Hope you're doing good too, GameCube Zombie. Nice seeing you here, man. Every time. Every fucking time. Yeah. Section 3, level 3. Yeah, that's how far we got. I was testing that level to see if it was really that short of a level, and apparently it was. And now it says, incoming data transfer. Mission brief. In a previous attempt to hold this area of the vessel, rogue dog strains of Xenomorph escaped captivity. Search for hidden layers where they may reside and destroy these Xenomorphs. some fucking weird things to bold right there. I started with a flamethrower against humans. Oh, it's the other side of the thing I entered. Yep, because I entered into that little elevator thingy. Well, yes, on them we'll use this, and then we also have the smart gun, so the pulse rifle. It's too long between Thursday and Tuesday to do this. I'm sick, got the flu first time since 2012. Holy shit, son. Yeah. Wow, I'm sorry, man. A lot of people report the flu, or, you know, well, the flu. A lot of people report the flu or feeling shitty. So sorry it caught you too. Were you working too hard, or maybe like draining? I know your sleep schedule was shit, so maybe it contributed, huh? Well, it's easy to stun them at least. Well, this is super effective on them, so I don't feel too much threatened yet. We'll see about those dogs in the move. Door activated? Door active? What door? Where? Didn't hear shit. Just says door activated. They can just perpetually stun them. It's kind of not fair. Ain't fair to them, but there you go. What door was activated and where? You can't just spring a door on me and be like, door. I mean, you can do whatever you want, game. It's your area. But I'm just gonna call it bullshit. seems like there's something there, huh? Wait, the map. The map would tell me if I had a fucking map. I could just like sniff the walls like this. No Xenomorph here. Only Steve farted for some reason. Or is this the bioweapon division they were talking about in the intro? Oh fuck, I didn't want that. 700, alright, good. I think, what's the cap? 800? I think it was because I was working outside with no jacket the other day. I had a good streak for over 10 years not being sick. I even skipped the Rona. Holy shit, that is commendable, man. Pat yourself on the back. That's your high score. You can still set a new one over life. I say we get stronger with years. Probably until a certain point, but yeah, there's a good... Like when you're a kid, you get sick a lot more often. Oh, that door activated. The door just fucking closed. I think it wants to tell me that that's a door. See that thing? That's a door. So I should keep an eye on things that look like that. Like a white space vagina on the wall. But you know, you kind of sample everything as a kid, and then when you grow up, when you're like in your late 20s, 30s, I say we should be more immune. I say, from example, you know, especially the personal one. I used to be sick a couple times a year, but that's no longer the case, thankfully. Please don't, no. Oh shit, I can't even go back. Well, that's acid. Can I even get up? Oh yeah, I can run, okay. I lost 20 armor on that. What the hell is that? Like, it sucks me back in? 20 armor for that. Wow, so I should be careful of these slippery slopes, apparently. They're quite deadly. But why? What's that supposed to be? I was constantly sick as a child with everything, but when they removed my tonsils with 20, since then I have... Wow, really? Damn, that's... I didn't know that it works like that. I know little of tonsils, really. Tonsillitis. I do know my mom removed hers. True, like she's not getting flus and stuff in her old age. But I never connected it to that, you know. Damn. Why though tonsils? Because they catch, because they... Oh no, you won't. Huh. Because they easily catch fire, so to speak. Normally they say the tonsils are the defending police of the bacteria. Yeah, that's why I'm confused. But I was constantly tonsil sick back in the day. They had to remove it. So they caught inflammations often, huh? Oh, this is perfect for these humans that don't even shoot. Lift activated. Activated where? Oh shit, did you see that? That little creep just climbed up. Like it's his birthday. Bloosh. Is there more of them? Oh, it's literally this. Okay, that's not what I expected to see. Flamethrowers, like the weapons don't go in the same order here and in the inventory screen. Not just that one was for good luck. One for Jesus. Scooby Dooby. Oh, that's a few too many here. Oh God, he's got a grenade. Good thing I can dodge grenades. That would have hurt like hell. They're not really smart, aren't they? For you, like you would expect the humans to be a little smarter than the Xenomorph. But nope. They just stand there and take it. So wait, what now? Can I walk over there? No, I doubt it. Yeah, they are kind of stormtroopers with their easily dodgeable grenade. Ah, you see, these guys are a lot more scary than any human. Ooh. Alright, here we go. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, shit, I'm fucked. I'm gonna die, am I? Oh, you can hear, like, the Hanna-Barbera sound effect. Come here, little bitch. Man, that's like acid pool or something. Can I activate more elevators? Have I missed a switch or something? Oh, wait, I think I can go back there. Did I just lower it? Can you even lower it? I have so many questions. Yeah, you can lower it. Why would you lower it? What's the point? I was looking into the stuff earlier. Also, I did look up some SCART and RGB cables for the PS2. Yeah, RGB SCART. Wait, SCART? You mean RGB SCART or do you mean SCART and component? YPBPR. Because they're different. For PS2, if you have a SCART TV, RGB SCART is better for European models, unless you want to play some progressive scan games like RE4, like Mortal Kombat. Deception has progressive scan in European regions. In that case, you do well with a component cable, because very, 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 very few receivers actually can carry component over SCART. So that's like not even the standard. What the fuck did I just do? I must have activated something somewhere. Probably want to kill all these guys, but I need an acid suit or something. Oh, RGB SCART, yeah. They should be pretty cheap, the SCART cables for the PS2. It's very easy to find, and like usually they come in this variety that I've seen everywhere, where you have, you know, the PS2 connector that goes into SCART, but also has composite outlets. Not component, composite. So yellow, red, and white on the side. Oh, there you go. That's the elevator that went up. So so you can use both if you want, like, because SCART already has composite on it and RGB. But if you're like super into the RCA, ah, where the fuck are they coming from? From the pool? There's another one. Oh, it's almost like they're coming from the ceiling. You can use the other one too. I don't really understand it. I thought I'd just get a SCART to HDMI adapter, but then... Oh, no. The SCART, yeah. So SCART to HDMI is much more expensive. Hi, Syneb. Hello, Syneb. Good to see you, Syneb. We're doing some nerdy tech talk here while killing aliens. How you doing, Syneb? SCART to HDMI is a little more expensive because that's like... The RGB is literally red, green, blue. And then you have the stabilizer, what is it called? The sync lead. So you need all of those, plus 2 for audio. That's 6 of them, 6 things to encode, and they're more complex. The regular composite to HDMI is a lot cheaper. So for those, you don't even need a SCART. You can just get an RCA. But like I said, PS2 has RCA outlets on the SCART cable. So you have like a cable that goes, it has a little box. There's 3 holes in it to stick the yellow, white, and red RCA cinch connectors. And then the rest of the cable ends with SCART. But SCART also carries the composite. So it gives you multiple options, right? The capture cards they sent, the grabbers, they're for the RCA directly. And then, like, there are many options for European video connections, so it just depends how you want to connect. You can use the... If you have, if you can convert them to HDMI, they would work. But that Elgato capture card is for much larger resolutions. You'd need something you'll need an additional device basically that converts the analog signal from either RGB or composite into digital, that goes into HDMI, that goes into Elgato, that then further converts it. So, you know, and it would probably look like shit. So to make it look less like shit, you need an upscaler, because that capture card works with higher resolutions, right? And upscalers, they add more cost and delay and all that. So, you know, that's why I sent you that very simple capture card. Yeah, that simple capture card I sent, just forget Elgato. You just connect the RCA to that, and that's straight into your computer, and that's it, you're done. Yeah, you basically need an adapter for an adapter, yeah. So you would need PlayStation outputs, analog video, right? Doesn't matter which one, it just depends like the quality of picture. Composite is all the colors and luminance, luma and chroma information in one lead. So it's like this, that's it. I'm using composite right now, but I'm using it with the X capture card, right? And no upscaling, goes straight to my Streamlabs, and I just de-interlace so it wouldn't look like shit and have lines, right? But pretty soon I'll add SCART to the mix so you can compare that. The SCART uses red, green, and blue separated, so it's much higher quality, but it's still analog, so you'd still need an adapter, which would be more expensive because there's more shit to decode and synchronize. You can't just... all the colors and the brightness need to match and synchronize in microseconds, like in frames. And there's a special signal that goes for that as well, to not bother you too much with technical stuff. So yeah, that thing I sent to you, that's the easiest way, man. Hello, little guy, I can see you. Can I fart? No. Are you gonna get farted? No. Oh no, he decided to be a little dick. Can you jump? I know you guys can jump. Oh, this is the lowest I can aim. Fuck shit. And can't go back upstairs. Probably gonna come out from another... You know what? Fuck it. There you go. I did something. They're coming from the walls. There you go, from the wall sphincters. As Clutchup would say. That looks like a level's end. That's a dog alien if I've ever seen one. Ah. You know what? This isn't a good weapon for you. You're too squiggly for this. Trying to slap me silly. So I can escape right away, I guess. But my mission is to kill these fuckers. Oh, for fuck's sake. And the guy on the floor. Beautiful. Wait, is it? No, it isn't. I'm just tripping over. So hard to hit him. For fuck's sake. You know, I got enough armor to fuck around with these guys. Jesus Christ, son. Well, you wanted to see dog aliens? There are some dog aliens. Oh, there you go. I'm hitting him. I'm hitting him. What the fuck? Are they biting my head? I don't think they're being hit, honestly. They don't look hit to me. Let's try to charge. What? Charge all the way there and see what happens. Ow. That burns every fucking time. Are they hitting me? Nope. They're just like hanging about there. Alright. Let's let him do that. And then boof. Alright. Next time I'll hit him. I'm sure. I'm almost sure of it. Nope. That doesn't hurt him at all. There you go. That hit him. That's a very precise way to hit him. Alright, we'll do that. That guy's dead. Alright, one more guy to kill. It's funny because it's USB and it says you don't need software, just captures it. For what? The Elgato or the Teratech Grabby? I don't know which one you mean. Ooh, there you go. No. Ay. I want to check out the rest of the levels, since, I mean, there's a whole level here. It's gotta do something. Die in acid, bitch. Oh shit, what's going on? I dared look for a second and they came from the... The mission is to kill them, so I'm guessing I don't want to go out yet. Stop it, quit it. Damn, that costs a lot of ammo. Let's try the smart gun on them next. They just appear out of the dark, unlike the other guys. Oh. Did I step into shit? Oh, that hurts. Okay. The green goose hurt. Okay. Though I can't find any example of retro gaming with the video grabber, I found a lot of people did just... Yeah, well, I did my first streams with that thing, honestly. And up until now, I did... Up until now, I did RE2 for the N64 exclusively with that because Elgato HD Game Capture HD has issues with switching resolutions, which RE2 for the N64 does if you want to play it not looking like shit with the expansion pack. So that's what I used actually. I used to use Elgato Game Capture HD for everything but RE2 and 64. So if you go to my YouTube and look up those RE2 and 64 videos, you'll know what I mean. And those were even, I don't think those were even de-interlaced. Back then, the Streamlabs didn't have de-interlacing. No, so those have zero input lag. Unlike Game Capture HD, which has 1 second on analog and half a second on digital inputs, or like 1 second on interlaced, half a second on progressive scan inputs. The grabber has zero on anything. It only has composite, right? But yeah, Elgato does have, yeah, they have a software, but I never use their software really because, well, I'm streaming, I'm not recording. But even for recording, I would use the Streamlabs built-in recorder, or even better, what is it called? That program I use? Bandicam. Yeah, Bandicam for recording. Because Elgato's own software is just like last line. If I'm out of any other software, that's what I'd use. Oh no, I use the iSplitter. Yeah, I use the splitter, honestly. You can just get it's maybe like €2, a little thing that splits the signal into two. It has 1 female RCA and 2 male RCAs. Or anything equivalent like, or a SCART splitter. Right now I'm using a SCART splitter for this setup. Because, well, I'm not using it as a splitter, I'm just using it as a pass-through because the Saturn comes with a SCART cable, but this TV and this capture card I haven't set up for SCART, so I'm just using it to cheese it. Yeah, you can always like make things. How do I put that? You can play around with analog video a lot because it's a lot simpler. With digital, there's a lot more coming into it, and you can't just like split HDMI and do that shit. But with analog, you can do that. Yeah. So with Elgato Game Capture HD, you have an HDMI output, right? So whatever kind of input you use, so composite component, HDMI, there's HDMI pass-through that can go into any modern TV. There's no input lag on the video lag on the TV, but there would be on your software, right? But with Grabby or Grabber, whatever it's called, the thingy, you would look at your computer, I guess. I honestly didn't even think do you want to stream or record? That's the question. Because from what I understood, you just want to record, right? What you're playing. I can't climb up there. There's obviously more shit there, but I'm afraid if I get into that thing, my mission will be over. It'll be like mission mailed. Let's check it actually. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, yep. There was a lot more level there. 45%. Ooh, that was horrible. Incoming data transfer. You fucking failed. Mission brief. In a previous attempt. Yep. That's literally just repeats the mission. Huh. So that's what... I was wondering what happens if you don't do enough mission. That's what happens. And I keep all my shit. So I probably need to wade through this shit then. Okay, I'm okay with that. Because that was horrible. We're gonna do another run of this level. Okay, go back. There you go. Door activated. It just like closes. I wanted to see what's the animation like. How would you place the game? Okay. I was thinking about streaming on Halloween and Christmas. Yeah, streaming. Didn't know it really is a hustle to capture stream retro. Yeah, it's really is, man. That's why I spent so much time and effort finding a good capture card. Trying to make everything, you know, look as close as possible to TV. I started with that grabby thing, but I wanted to use RGB, I wanted to use component, I wanted to use HDMI, so that was my very first capture card, really. There's tons of alternative names for that thing from different companies, but yeah, that's one of them, right? It is, and you can only order it from Japan. Not even from their website. I think I ordered it from some guy from YouTube, from eBay. Oh, don't fall into that acid. That means I'll have to run through the fucking acid. I killed that guy as well. That looks like a little shithead trying to claw its way up to my face. But it's worth it. It's got all the possible inputs you can think of. It's USB 3.0. It's lagless. It works with everything. It was worth it. It took me like almost, I don't know, a couple of months. I set money aside for that capture card. I really wanted it. And when I finally got it, I was very happy. I was streaming Psychonauts 2, I think, at that time. That's number one. Something else must move somewhere. That can't be everything. Oh, that... How the fuck is that guy walking down there? Oh, you hit me, dick. I think I got him better the last time. Alright, there you go. They're not that hard. You just like see where they're walking and you just intercept them basically. You just shoot faster than they do. There's that little dude. HippyTesla. Thank you. It is only worth it if you have all the RGB cables for the old consoles, right? Most of them are really expensive. Well, not really. Depends where you look and what kind of cables. There's a lot of hustlers, I guess. Those dudes that will trick you that like it's very rare and expensive. Some of them are not. Like depends what you like. You know, the one that's really expensive is the GameCube component cable. That shit is expensive because the very few of them are ever produced. You want the original official cable because it has circuitry, digital to analog converter, and any third-party cable will have some input lag or issues, and they're not generally good. So because there were very few were produced, Nintendo made them. Then they were like, you know what? We don't want to do this. Nobody's buying this shit. And then when component TV, when EDTV, extended definition, enhanced definition TV came into play, they already swapped. Like the next model of GameCube didn't even have that port. So only the earliest GameCubes have the port for it, and only a few cables were made. So that one was very, composite is literally composite, all of them composed together. So it's like RG, red, green, blue, and luminance, brightness, all in one yellow cable. That's that yellow cable. Red and white are always, white and red actually, are always audio. White is left audio, red is right audio. You can remember that because right, red, RR, and then white is left audio, right? Yellow is that component, like that's like the simplest way to have. That's not just antenna RF input, but like actual video without any without additional decoding. But there's still a lot of decoding. It's got so it what the console takes red, green, blue, and luminance, puts them all together in one wire, smooshes them through that wire, and then at the exit, the decoder, the TV, the capture card, whatever, has to like separate that shit based on info it has. So there's a lot of space for error there, which if you look real close into this picture, you'll see some shimmering, some colors maybe overlapping, like shit like that. That's because everything's in one wire and it's not perfect when it's decompressing. But when you use RGB, SCART, or VGA, like Dreamcast has, it has red, green, and blue separate, and it's easy peasy then, each of the electron cannons, or whatever we call it, electron guns in the TV would get its own info, right? But component, so RGB is a type of component, but we just call it RGB or RGB SCART. It's exclusive to Europe, and Japan has its own SCART, but it wasn't as popular. America doesn't. They had S-Video, and it's like in between. S-Video has, instead of everything being in one wire, in S-Video, there are two wires, like one for luminance, one for chrominance or color. So color and brightness are separated, but still RGB are in one wire and brightness is in the other. It's better than composite, but worse than RGB. And then Dreamcast has VGA out of the box, even in Europe, full progressive scan. Progressive scan 60 frames per second. That's how we. Yeah, it has VGA. It doesn't have SCART, so I have to buy a thing called Sync Strike that I'm actually buying from Germany very soon. This weekend or the next, I'm getting that converts the SCART RGB to VGA RGB, but that's it. Yeah. But yeah, Soul Reaver that I streamed, it looked good on the Dreamcast because I was using the VGA cable on the Dreamcast, and it just looked like super smooth and super. To stream SCART consoles, the only reason I'm not using SCART for Saturn right now is because I need that device. So this capture card has everything, but it doesn't have the SCART input because it's a huge fucking thing. Instead, you buy a device that converts the SCART RGB into VGA RGB. They're so similar, but they synchronize signal differently. And that thing called Sync Strike, that just converts the synchronization signal. It doesn't touch the colors, red, green, and blue. It's just a synchronization signal. So I can just plug it into that VGA port. No, it's the same as. It's more similar to VGA than composite. Composite is its own thing, but SCART has composite in it. So SCART carries audio, video. Oh, I'm sorry, stereo audio. It carries composite. It carries RGB, and in some higher end European TVs, you could like plug in a SCART thing. Like PlayStation sends both RGB because it has 21 pins in there, right? There's a lot of pins. So if you have full SCART cable that it carries all those signals, on some TVs you could choose which one you want. On the same cable, you choose, do you want a composite or an RGB signal? I am by vocation a video engineer. This is my passion, like video, audio devices, electronics in general, and machinery. But like I have a special affinity for audio and video devices. Composite is just one. That's that yellow RCA hinge. That's just one thing. But RGB, it's more. It's red, green, blue. It has a synchronization signal. It has a lot more things. If you go to Wikipedia, a SCART article for Wikipedia, you can see the exact, on the Wikipedia SCART article, you can see the exact pinout of the SCART connector and which signals it carries. It can carry even digital data. It carries, one of the pins even tells the TV which aspect ratio to automatically switch. Like, is it going to be widescreen or letterbox or whatever, 4:3. One of them even tells it, like, you can even tell it to, if you turn on a PlayStation is really good with this, also is Sega Saturn. If you turn the console on, it can turn your TV on automatically or switch the channel from whatever it was to SCART. Yeah, SCART is like a very, it was a super advanced connector for its time. And HDMI is based off of SCART. You can look at its HDMI is like SCART's son, or maybe like its little brother or whatever. But yeah, they share the philosophy. That's why HDMI carries a lot of shit, because there are multiple pins in that. Component, what we call component, RGB is also component, but nobody calls it that. Component means different components are separated in there, right? Like red, green, and blue. What's colloquially called component is that YPBPR component, which is those five actually RCA connectors. There's red, green, blue, and then there's red and white. So red, green, and blue are not red, green RGB. They're, if I remember correctly, they're, how did it go? Blue difference. Wait, Y, PB, PR. Yeah, Y is luma. That's luminance. One wire is for that. One wire PB is difference of blue, and the other wire, the third wire PR, is difference of green. So having the brightness difference of blue and difference of green, it just calculates red based off on that information. So it's like almost a stinted stinted RGB, and it's not as perfect as RGB, but it's damn close, and it was widely used in EDTV for progressive scan. So yeah, when you say component, you probably mean YPBPR. That's when your TV has those like 5 RCAs in the back. So red, they go in order actually: green, blue, red. Y, PB, PR. Yeah, so Y is red, Luma, PB is blue, blue difference, and PR, Y, PB, PR, difference red. Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Luma, difference red, and difference blue, and then green is calculated based on the, like, everything that's the rest of it has to be the green signal. That's how it basically does a mathematical algorithm. So you don't carry the green signal there, you just calculate it based on what's missing. So, you know, there were many different connectors and standards back then. That's why kids of today have no idea how easy they have it when you just have fucking HDMI. There is, of course, DisplayPort for the computers. There is DVI is still used somewhere, all that, but HDMI is the standard, and it does everything. It does video, audio, different resolutions, everything. So yeah. Yeah, HDMI is like, it's USB, basically USB for video. Just plug it in, you're done. Nothing to think about, you know? Back in the day, man, I love SCART. I really do. It's fucking phenomenal for retro gaming. But son, trying to plug some of those SCART connectors with those 21 pins, if any of them are a little like offset just by a fraction of a millimeter, or the port on the TV or receiver is not good, it's so easy to break that connector, or like you gotta like wiggle it and hope that all the pins get in there. It's a shit show. Really is, you know. As much as I love it, its best usage for SCART is just plug it in and leave it there for the next 20 years until you change your TV. Because if you gotta like unplug it and plug it back in like I do every week or every time I change these consoles, you really gotta have good connectors. If you have some of those Chinese shitty connectors, they will break easily. That's why a quality SCART cable may cost a little more. But like, back to the, like, how we started talking about this. So other than GameCube, PlayStation SCART cables, Super Nintendo SCART cables, even GameCube SCART cables, they're not that expensive, 5 to 10 euros. But component cables are also cheap for everything but the GameCube. So if someone's selling you like a SCART cable for, I don't know, GameCube, this or that, and they're asking for 50 euros, it's either the original cable that they value a lot, which doesn't have to be the case. You can still use a third-party cable provided it's, you know, not total shit, or they're trying to scam you. There's not much reason to have the original cables. If you find original RGB cables for a console, go for it cheaply. But if they're asking for an arm and a leg, it's not worth it, really. They're not that complex. They're just fucking wires transmitting signal. Now, again, like I said, GameCube component cable, that shit is expensive because it has electronics in the connector that convert the signal. And only Only Nintendo original ones actually work properly, you know. Come on, you little shithead. Push. Ah, I stopped his growth spurt. I'll have to run through acid soon, right? That's what I'm getting here. Well, let's kill these guys. And pulse rifle is the right way to do it. They die so easily. So easily defeated. Oh. How? Oh, where the fuck did you come from, you little fucker? Where is he? Oh, come here now. You were smart enough to bite my ass. Now come back. Come back. I just want to talk to you. Are they coming out of the water somewhere? You little dickhead. He was just there. Now he's gone. Alright, let's get him with the pulse rifle. I have a feeling he'll like sneak up on me from behind. Yes, SCART is the RGB. That's what I'm telling you. SCART is the RGB. It has RGB within it. That's the European RGB. Oh, you mean like the component one. Okay, okay, yeah. See how confusing it can get? Because we didn't have like a standard. Well, we had a standard, but we had too many standards. And oh, you fucker. Is he doing like a full round of the map? What the fuck is going on here? Look, there he goes. He's gonna come back now. Okay, at least I can see him now. Come on, come bite me. Bite me, cockbiter. It still hurts. No matter how well you are at like intercepting them. It still hurts when they bite. Ow. You guys aren't that scary when I have the... Oh god, that was blood. That was human blood, not even Xenomorph blood. Come here? Nope. You just kindly fucked off. But I still got the ammo. Beautiful. Ah! Where the fuck are they coming from? Probably from one of those pools. Oh, don't mind that. I don't want to interrupt your alien gameplay, but it is and was very interesting to listen. I like talking about this shit, and you know, it's not like a stream. Streaming shouldn't be just me sitting here playing games silently and frowning at the screen. If we, it doesn't matter how much of the game we played. The game will be here. I'm streaming on, you know, regular days always. It's not set in stone. It's not like someone's chasing me and, you know, I have a rent due or something because I didn't play enough Alien, so don't mind that. So, you know, ask away. If you want to talk about it, man, just fucking go for it. It's crazy. It is so different from each console as well. Yeah, yeah. Sadly, the N64, interestingly, did not get an RGB output. So even if you have a SCART cable for the N64, it only has composite. Because my assumption, so here's what's happening. The N64 only outputs composite, and in the US, S-Video. There are early French models of the N64 that have RGB pins, which you can mod easily to have a SCART out, RGB SCART out, but those are very rare and sought after by nerds who want to have RGB on their, you know, SCART on their Nintendo. All the other models, and it's like 98% of consoles produced in Europe and Australia do not even have like from the video chip the RGB pins connected, let alone more. So it's much tougher to mod them for RGB. And so Sega Saturn has RGB SCART output. PlayStation does. Super Nintendo has it. Mega Drive has it. Dreamcast, PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 1 use the same cable. So yeah, PlayStation 3 as well uses the same cable. I tested this with my friend's PS3 and it's the same shit, RGB. Same RGB card output, in addition to other outputs PS3 has. Xbox 360, Xbox One, probably. I'm not sure. I never like at that time. You're already fucking using HDMI, right? You can't even play even with 360 and PS3. I wouldn't recommend using analog output, but some people do it. But yeah, the N64. I think what happened. Nintendo looked at it. Said, wow, 3D looks like shit today. So they added a blur filter. You'll notice that N64 games look a little blurrier. Well, that's not accidental. There is a blur filter on the video out of the console. And I think is to like minimize the effects of the early jagged 3D this shit. like what you're seeing right now on the Saturn. You see the shimmering and all that. With blur filter, you kind of fix it on analog TV. But on modern TV, it just looks worse, right? They didn't anticipate that back then or think about using their console on a 2024 TV, I'm pretty sure. So they did what they thought was the best. But the console itself is more powerful than the PS1. It's even more powerful in some way. Well, yeah, it's more powerful than the PS1 and Saturn. It has some bottlenecks, but on the whole, this is why you'll see a lot of games run 3D'er on the N64. The N64's problem is with the storage, the cartridge, which like the largest ones were 64 megabytes. Well, the CDs have 50 to 700 megabytes, and the Saturn GD, no, it's not actually, no, that's for Dreamcast. Saturn uses regular CDs, yeah. Still, they use like 650 to 700 megs. The cartridges go up to 64. Most of them were between 4 and 16 megabytes. A couple of them 32 megabytes. Now you can make a game with that. Like there's a shit ton of games on the N64 that are amazing games. But you can't put as much, full motion video. You can't put as much music. It's got to be a lot of compression there, and compression, means that the quality will suffer. So yeah. If you just look at the games themselves, like PlayStation and Saturn games, their programs take 20 to 60 megs, rarely over, honestly. The rest on the disc is music and FMVs. So Nintendo had this idea, like, we're not going to need that much storage space, keep the cards. They weren't thinking about FMVs. They weren't thinking about Squaresoft doing Final Fantasy games with an hour of video in them, or Resident Evil with so many videos, or Silent Hill, But then it became the norm. How are you going to show a little more better graphics? You add an FMV cutscenes. Because those are pre-rendered, you just recorded videos. They will look amazing for the time, of course. For the time. But on the N64, the only game that I've played that has FMV cutscenes is the RE2 port. Even Command and Conquer is on the N64. Amazing port. In some ways superior to the PlayStation version, because the N64 could output at higher resolution more often, and with the expansion pack, a lot of games offered that. With hit to the frame rate, of course, frame rate would drop on those games to like 10 to 15 frames per second, but it's one case where I'm like, I'll go resolution over frame rate. That's N64 with expansion pack. A little because I'm a N64 fanboy, but a little as well because, well, at those resolutions, you really want to jump from 320 to 640 to 480. I'm sorry, from 320 by 240 to 640 by 480 resolution. You do want that. Duke Nukem 0 Hour looks like shit without the expansion pack, but yeah. I just read something about the PS2's card cable being different from the PS1. No, same cable, literally the same. I have one right here. Literally, well, it's up there. I'm not using this card right now. I'm using component. It's literally same cable, same input, everything. Yeah, it's more RAM, and most games used it to up the resolution to like up it from 240 to 480. Some games like Quake 2 used it to add more color detail, to like switch from 16 to 24-bit color, so the color is much richer on Quake 2 for N64 with the expansion pack. Only 2 or 3 games demanded the expansion pack. Donkey Kong 64 is the one that definitely cannot run without it. And there was, for a longest time, pardon me, For the longest time, there was this myth that it could run without it, but there was a game-breaking bug that they couldn't iron out, so they went out and really, yeah, that's not true. The rare people even said recently in one of the interviews that it actually needed that shit because of the size of the world, and that's a very, very smooth game on the N64. DK64 is so smooth, but some games like the N64 RE2, they had a lot more shit. They had it has dynamic resolution. The resolution will change depending on how much shit is on the screen. So it'll go high res at 480 until there's too much shit. Then it'll lower the resolution to keep more zombies in there. The dynamic lighting, all that stuff, thanks to the expansion pack. Perfect Dark also requires it. Like, it doesn't. You can play something. I think, like, you can't play multiplayer, you can't play missions, you can basically watch the intro without it. They're like, you don't need the expansion pack, but you can't play the game without it. Yeah, there you go. It was a wonderful console. Too bad it didn't get everything it deserved, but yeah. Any kind of disk drive there would have just propelled that console. But you know, Saturn right now is blowing my mind because it's unlike the N64, which was built specifically with 3D in mind. Saturn was like, okay, we'll include some 3D because people are bitching about it, but this is a 2D console. 3D is not winning this generation or anytime soon. And then 3D immediately wins. Thank you, Super Mario 64 and everybody else. But it's not really a good 3D console. The 2D games on it are amazing. 3D games are hit and miss. This one's amazingly good on the Saturn, really. But it also had a RAM expansion, yeah, in Japan. Like, I'm using this thing. It's not a RAM expansion. I think it's just like I use it to store saves, to backup saves, Action Replay 4M Plus. But I want to find the official expansion cards for the Saturn to see what happens. I know in Japan it actually did something closer to the expansion pack on the N64. Because the PlayStation had what, like 2 megabytes of video RAM? Maybe 4, but I think it was 2. N64 starts with 4, and with the expansion pack you have 8, which was, for the time, 8 megabytes of video RAM. Jeez. Go, sell your PC, buy an N64. I'm sure some people did that. Was that? Wow, that was really cool reaction. More dickheads, no? I love this shit. Retro consoles, all that. Like, the Saturn amazes me because, well, when I finish a level, I'll show it, actually. Ooh, there's a whole slew of them coming in now. And last one. Oh, dude, just like follow your brothers. Right, one more left somewhere. Down in the acid. So I guess I don't want to go there yet, apparently. That guy is still there. Because there's more shit to do here. I just gotta figure out how to do it. I've raised some elevators. I will fail the mission if I don't do this. So I think I have to wade through acid. In the end. Alright. Oh yeah, that's what I'm having right now. Tea with honey. Amazing stuff. Oh, that little fucker is here. Okay. I do want to see where these acid... Oh, gee, no, don't fall into that. No. Ooh. So hard to keep your feet from slipping there. There's got to be something more I'm missing here, dude. Just looks that way. Let's... Not even a map, so I must be missing something. Let's start touching all the walls. Maybe shooting all the walls? No. Pretty sure one of these leads to those dog aliens. So whatever you do, don't open the level's end. I'm talking to myself. I'm reminding myself that I'll get fucked if I do that. Is that a door? That kind of looks like a door. Yeah, that's definitely a door. Shit, do I want to go? I'll have to go through that door eventually, but not for now. I want to see. So these green acid pools actually mean something. Maybe they're not acid pools. Maybe they're just water and I was getting sliced by the little fuckers, huh? What if that's the case? I'd feel very silly. There's the door I walked in through. That's a door down there, definitely. What else did I see here? Can't zoom though because of this shit, but I'm gonna guess there's something down there as well. I'll search for secrets, just a sec. It does bubble like acid, so... It looks like a door as well, doesn't it? And there's some shit here. These guys came from... They were just standing there, so there's gotta be a way to get there. My imagination tells me so. Alright, I'm gonna go there where I think... the door will open. Let's hope for the best. Kind of want to sprint, but at the same time not. Protective boots? Where the fuck did I get protective boots? Oh god, did you see that? Lift activated. 20 seconds of protective boots. Okay. Let's use them up. Oh, that a lift. Okay. Okay, there you go. We found something. How the fuck did I even not see that? Alright, let's do it again. Sprint! We're here, then here. Nope, wrong way. No, it's not wrong way. Yeah! Aha! Looks like there's more of them, huh? I don't even know where I got those boots from. It just appeared out of nowhere on my feet. It's open now, huh? So if I want to exit, I guess I'll use that thingy. Stop it. Quit it. It's not funny. Am I where I think I am? Why is it 900 now and not Rue? Huh? 900. What, you can't have Rue bullets anymore? This is one of them. There's multiple rooms like this apparently. Let's blast him with a grenade. If he comes here. Oh, fuck. I might have killed the granny in the back somewhere. Or opened a new room, apparently. Kinda easier to shoot them from afar than from close, which makes no sense, but hey, I'll take it, man. What is that? Looks like something. Should I go for it? You know what? Fuck it. Looks like multiple things in there, huh? I just dipped my toes. Oh god, grenades. Takes 10 armor when you touch it. Sheesh, son. One armor when you step on them, 10 when you step in that pool. Did one of them just move? Oh, they're different rooms altogether. Holy hell. Holy hellhound, son. That looks like more grenades to me. Dead. What about the shotgun shells? Don't need them apparently. I've been there. That connects to the other room. So that's the secret howl where they're hiding. I was wondering. I wonder if more levels are gonna be this complex-ish. Oh, this guy is Duck Dodgers apparently. Three bullet bursts, those are the best. There's no point wasting grenades on these guys. They're very happy to die like as this. Ooh, more boots. I see the boots now, okay. Those are the boots. Oh, you fuckers. Yep, there's no point wasting grenades on them. They move too hectically for grenades. Hectically? That's a word now. That's a word I just patented. That looks like health or armor. I'm not sure which. But we'll find out. There's so many rooms like this. I really want to blast one of them with a grenade. Another elevator thingy. Another long corridor. Oh, good luck now trying to hit a fucker on the ceiling. It's next to impossible. But they do have their patrol areas apparently. That they just give up on after a while. This goes somewhere back. Looks like it's going back where I came from. Hiya. Ooh, that's a big armor. I really want to hit someone with a grenade at some point. That would be really cool. The acid is burning through the armor too fast. Oh shit, yeah, they can't chase forever. That's their weakness. So hard to hit something when you can't fucking aim up. Okay, there you go. Next, please. There he is. I don't think he got clipped by the grenade. So that's the end of his patrol route. He's coming back soon. Then he's going away. It's like he's trying to make me follow him. Don't touch the armor. I want it for later. So that'll go back there. Okay, let's explore the other side. We'll come back here. How? At least the sprint is infinite-ish. Where are those boots? I want the boots now. This thing burns like shit. Protective boots, there you go. Grenades. Check all the pools. More grenades. That's why we want... Who puts the grenades in the pools, guys? Who did it? Alright, admit it. Who did it? Admit it. Who did it? Been there. Apparently. That's where I came from, and it... Huh. It lowered itself, okay. And that's it with the boots. They're very short-lived. Hello, Picasso. Welcome to the stream. Ouch. And this shit of acid burns like acid. Do I dare touch the... Oh, okay. So this is the one that would connect with the area where I came from. Isn't it an old Counter-Strike CSGO? Counter-Strike Go game? No. It's Alien Trilogy for the Saturn. For the Sega Saturn. A very, very old console probably at this time. Why, does it remind you of Counter-Strike? Wait, Counter-Strike Go. Which one is that? I'm not a Counter-Strike expert, honestly. Please don't go up. What did I just activate? Oh, I activated something cool, apparently. Hope it's not a one-time thing. I probably do have some Asian ancestry. I hear that quite often. 5 when you step on that shit. Ooh, shit, son, that hurts. So it's not this thing. Damn, that just melted through my armor. It's 46. It was 100 and something just before. So not one of these. I really wish I found that map thingy. It would really help knowing where the fuck I'm supposed to go. And I didn't open that acid door down there. So let's watch the step. Ah, it's so hard to watch step when you can't see the corpses you made. I just dipped my toes in there. Looks like a thing could jump out of that hole, huh? That, if I drop down there, I'm fucked. That's the level's end. So you really gotta know the layout of the level before moving on. Ow, 34. Okay, now it's time to take that big armor. That's just a big health. Just a big health. I still have full health. 323 health. Yeah, I think I'm good. So whatever that is, I activated it. And it did something somewhere where I'm not aware. So 26. Now time to take that big armor. 100. Oh, acid vest. It's not that big. I've had bigger. Oh, look. They can suck it from down here. Get stun locked, bitch. Dance like your queen did. And the corpses are gone. Beautiful. You gotta watch not to step into a thing you can't even see. Yeah. Need a flamethrower? Burn his nads off. Oh, that worked. So much acid here. Shit. Pulse rifle. That's the level's end. I don't know what I activated back there. Oh, for fuck's sake. He fell. What was that switch for? I didn't see anything change. I can only pray to try to discover what the hell I just did. Well, there's more of them. Maybe I opened one of the... Didn't hit any of them. You're shitting me. Oh, that works for me. What's that thing in it? Are those boots? Or that... Maybe I did hit one of them, huh? It's hard to say from here. Watch the acid. the other side of the thing. Is there a way to go back to the upper floor? Because I feel like... Yeah, that's the door that I couldn't open. And I bet it had a map right there. Which would suck ass, really, if that's the case. So what's the point? Whatever that is, I'm gonna dip in and get it because I am curious. Oh yeah! Smart gun ammo. Well, it was worth it. 10 armor. Oh, okay, fuck that. You just like accidentally dip your toes in the acid, there goes 10 armor. So I could exit now. Kill a lot more of them. But I don't want to. I want to see where that door goes. I feel like I've been tricked out of a door. Oh, you can't go back anywhere now. So once you get to this point, it's like bye-bye. You're fucked. Just the exit. That's all that's left. Oh, fuck it. Let's see if I at least finish the mission this time. Good, man. Rest, rest. 64%. 76% mission. This is the worst mission we did so far. Huh. I could continue. Let's try that one more time. I'll make a save here. Like so. And like I said, GameCube Zombie, now that you're back, I can show you this. So I let it load its thing. So I'm going to show you how fucking advanced Saturn was for its time. Aside from like, as soon as you open the disc tray, the PlayStation, even PlayStation 2 will just freeze and, you know, wait for the disc to continue loading. Some games will never continue. Most of them will when you close it, but you know, it's a hit and miss. With both the Dreamcast and the Saturn, when you open the disc tray, it just goes back to the main menu, to the BIOS, whatever you call it, BIOS. But you can also, on both consoles, exit, pressing all the buttons and start. So on the Saturn, it's you press A, B, and C and start at the same time. Takes you back to the main menu of the game first. You do it again, and you're back in the BIOS, console thingy, whatever. So you don't even have to get your lazy ass up to reset the console, go back to the menu. For whatever reason you do this, because if you already want to change the fucking disc, you gotta walk to the console. But I don't know, like if you want to, if you're a streamer, you want to show this off, I guess it's good for that. And it's not gonna start the game instantly. So if the disc is in the tray when you turn the console on or reset it, it'll load instantly. But if it's not in the tray, you add it afterwards. Or if you do this, it'll wait for you to say it, to tell it to start. For 1995, 1996, this was fucking advanced, man. PlayStation couldn't dream of this shit. Plus with all the menus, you know, it has like, where's the system settings? Memory manager. It's not as pretty as the PlayStation one, but you know, it does its thing. It works. It does its thing. You can see how much memory you have, what there is if you want to delete a certain file, how much is available. This is all without using the Action Replay, right? Action Replay has its own system thingy. And of course, the whole thing when you're playing the... Yeah, they're like... They're not pretty, but you know, they do their thing. You can manage your memory cards, you can play your CDs, all that shit. But this has more, really. This has more. Hey, Rennet, function over fabulous. Wait, is that for the PlayStation or for the Saturn? Because this is probably function over fabulous when it comes to system settings. Like this thing, it's so simple. Clock, language, memory manager, other settings, button labels, stereo, if you don't have a stereo, for everyone to be, and sound effects if you're annoyed by the sound effects. But it's like, that's it. Yeah, the GameCube, the PS2 and GameCube ones are pretty. Dreamcast one is also pretty. I do like the GameCube one. It's simple. It's a cube. You spin and it does shit. You know, it does its thing. PS2 is pretty good. But again, you can't. The GameCube and PS2, they don't let you just quit to the main menu, to the BIOS screen, whatever, outside resetting the console without the disc in there. Both the Dreamcast and the Saturn let you do that. Obviously, they looked at, well, they had Sega CD before that to experiment, so yeah. What's up, Rennet? No. Check out Rennet. Let's do one of these to see what's cooking. I like looking at people's clips, not gonna lie. Late shift. Late? Like second shift at this time, I guess, because it's like 7 p.m. there. Dying Light 2, 3, Nightmare. 2 or 3?
Burke, we've lost contact with the
I remember on Far Cry every time you bloody liberate.
What's Dying Light?
Oh, you play that fucking like knee slapping banjo violin thing, whatever it did.
Is that a giraffe?
I think 2 was.
Was that a giraffe windmill? Because it looked like a giraffe windmill. If I've ever seen one. And I've just seen a giraffe windmill. Let's try that level again. I'm really curious. That was a weird auto clip. Sometimes people on mobile accidentally click that. If you have big thumbs, it's easy to click the clip thingy. And you're like, back, but Twitch already saves it. Yeah, me too, GameCube Zombie. Me too. Oops, sorry. Alright, nope. I woke him up. Wait, can you load from here? I'm just curious. No. No, you can't load from there. That's one. Oh, this is good. Is there health randomized or is it just randomly works different? Door closes behind me. I kill this little fucker. He dies a lot easier. I go to 700. Oh, it's always like a round number now. That's also very, very weird. We killed that dude. Gonna need my boots. Wait, there must be multiple boots if I need to do all this shit, right? That's what you'd think. Can't hit him there. If I found boot, I gotta check where those boots are because they were really invisible. I just accidentally stumbled on them. Ah! Damn, it's so easy to fall into that. You gotta be very, very careful. They're doing the dance moves when you're shooting them. That's a door that I couldn't open. That I couldn't open because I didn't do it on time, I guess. So if you get him first, you won. But if he gets you first, you're fucked. Oops. My bad. Wrong button. Sorry if I killed someone by accident. I would kill you anyway later, but not right now. Let's try not to get the boots right now, because I'm really... Dance, puppet dance. A little more dance, thank you. Where were those boots anyway? Just randomly decided to pick them up. Are those boots? Those look like boots. Oops. That guy always appears. Oh, for the love of ass. Oh, there we go. Woo. But that's not what I wanted. Oh, they're all gonna stick to me now. Yeah. I botched this. Alright, let's try again. That's the first level that does that. All of a sudden. My previous level was just like... run from point A to point B. And then this one is a whole fucking puzzle. One more time. I'm really, really curious about this level. I want to see what's behind that door too. Destroy these xenomorphs. So there was 70-something% of them in the previous run. Now he died a lot quicker. Is there a health RNG? Alright. 700 again, exactly. So there's something to that. It is not like 701 or 705, and I've had different amount of ammunition coming to this point. So the boots are in there, which means I have to look around in the acid like this and be like, oh, there be boots right there. How did I pick him up from the ledge, though? I think that was the glitch. I wasn't supposed to pick him up from there. Well, let's try and find out. I don't see any boots there. The way he dies. So not there. Oh, this dude is moving now? That's new. Why is he moving? And how is he walking in that thing? Do they have like infinite boots? Because I'd like some infinite boots. No fair. Why doesn't Alan get infinite boots? You just dodged like a millimeter and you're done. You won. Now I open this. And I watch for the little fucker. It'll come from there. I don't know why you needed that extra buff, but there we go. So don't walk to the edge. The boots are down there. So they're not even right up here. Last time I swear I took him before I even got down there. Well, right? Is that what happened? Because that's what seemed like to me. Look, these guys are here as well. It looks like there's something behind them. Plus, they're leaving ammo. Why the fuck are they leaving ammo? What's the point of that? If I can't come back for that. Oh, where the fuck did you come from? From the pool? Pool of radiance? Come back. Oh, you little dick. Let's look what he does. He's gonna go all the way there. Come back. Okay, at least this time he's consistent. Then run straight into the flame. I got another one. Got another what? Hey, are some dudes missing this time? Yeah, some of them are missing. What the hell? Oh, he was invisible. That's shit. Oh, they were invisible. That's... $800, alright. Who else was shooting? This dude? Oh. Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it. Oh my fucking god, why? This, the first few times it was so much easier not doing that. Ow, 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 ow. It's okay, I just want to see what's behind the door anyway. Wait, where's... That dude's alone in the pool? Did I just slip and fall into a pool of acid? Yeah, I slipped and fell into a pool of acid. How funny is that? Or sad, depends on whom you ask, right? Alright, I'm gonna walk into that door now, fuck. I've been delaying it for too long. I am really curious to see what's in there. And I don't see any boots in here, so... Better prepare the flamethrower. Bodysuit, there you go. That's what it was in there. Did I get an auto map? No. I still have a little more than I had. So it's just a secret. With a bodysuit. If you look at the map now, that's all there is there. Just that one room. I kind of feel cheated. Still no map, so God knows where I've missed the map. How about this little fucker? Is he stuck in there? Look. He's like there, but he's not there. I think I killed him this time. But why there, though? What? How would you... Like, without boots, you're... You know what? Fuck it. I want to explore these pits. I loaded the next level anyway, so let's see what's in here. That's the exit. Okay. I'm browsing on this website for retro cables. Hold on. Is it retro RGB? What if I fall in here? Am I fucked forever? That's a good question. Browsing this website for retro cables. It is probably the one you know as well. Retro Cables UK, yep. And I saw there a thing called Retro Think. It's basically putting the 240i or 480i. Yeah, it's an upscaler. A lot of streamers use it because it's simple to use and works with pretty much anything. Yeah, it would. It would. So what it does is, it's not 240i actually, it's 240p. So that's another technical thing. If you want to hear explanation, I'll explain it. But it's 240p and 480i outputs for the retro consoles. It upscales them. Well, because it's called a line doubler. A lot of the retro consoles, so NES, all of the 8-bit consoles I can think of, NES, Master System, yada yada, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, then all low resolution games on the Saturn, on the N64, on the N64, on the PlayStation, they all actually output 240p signal. So they output the progressive 240 line signal. TVs only used 480 interlaced. But the 240p signal is either 50 or 60 frames per second, while the 480i ones used by the TV were half of that. So they were 25 or 30 frames per second with 50 or 60 fields, so half pictures. It goes all odd lines, all even lines, like that, and it goes fast and you see the picture. But when you give them a 240p signal that's double the frame rate, they think, okay, that has to be a 480i signal. So they just take half of those frames as upper fields and half as lower fields, and that's how you trick the TV to use the 240p signal as a 480i. Now that's an issue for modern TVs because 240p signal is a fucking nightmare to display on modern TVs. Very few TVs display it correctly. So the RetroTink does is it takes that 240p signal and automatically converts it to 480i, which works with most. You'd think it's got like issues. You'd think it actually turns it into a progressive signal, but it just turns it into an interlace. Maybe RetroTink even turns it into a 480p. I'm not sure. I doubt it, but very possible. HDMI is fully capable of transmitting 480i signal, and almost anything will work with that. That was like a very, very widespread resolution, and that works on mobile phones, on TVs, on anything, computers, laptops, pretty much anything. But 240p is very specific to 8-bit computers and early consoles. It was a way to use less, so the console would work with half the resolution, but the TV would display double that resolution. Just because there's extra frames, double the frames on half a resolution, they go like, all right, we'll use like half of those. Like one frame will be the first field of this interlaced picture, the other progressive frame will be the second field, and so on and so on. I hope I explained that. It's just like a very neat trick that worked on old TVs. With new TVs, it's just a shit show. Depending on the TV and the monitor, everything, 240p signal. You just imagine 240 pixels of a signal. That's nothing. I'm pretty sure this game uses 240p. Can I even say? Yeah. Or like in PAL terms, that's 288p and 576i. But yeah. Yeah, it does, but that's like that. I never use that. Yeah, it's not AI. It's just like it's just tricking it to work the way you want it, even though it wasn't intended to work with that resolution. You know, it has extra stuff, and it's like I'm lacking resolution, but I have extra frames. Well, half of those frames will fill up the missing resolution, and then you get the perfect frame rate and perfect resolution. That's basically what happened. But yeah, RetroThing does that, and that's what you need for a lot of these consoles. What was I doing? I was gonna check all these pools, you know, just with a charge, because I'm really curious, like, what the fuck is in here? Oh, I can look, lift activate. Are you shitting me? Oh god, wait, would you please open? Look at that. Look at that. For fuck's sake, I did not. That's a secret. Which one, though? This one? Oh, it's for the other one. Okay. Wow. Okay. Color me impressed, game. I did not expect that. Look, the more of them have that than I'd even dare to think. Oh, you little fucker. Can I just explore, please? Hypo pack. I'm invincible now. Come on. Come on. While it still lasts, for the love of fuck. And there are boots. So the shit is everywhere in the pools. So if I do this right, you can actually get a lot more in this level. I think they just die when you do that. I don't know. Maybe they die from like seeing me. Who knows? Holy fuck, I did not know that. The boots and the hyper. But still no map. Notice that? Wait. That means that over there, if I can run... No, I won't make it fast enough. This is a very interesting level. It's... So far, it's unique, but a lot of them are unique in this game, apparently. So what happens now? I'm okay with losing health. I just want to see what the hell is there. Grenades. There you go. There you go. Okay.
Oh wow.
Did you see how much secret shit there is in this level? Let's try to do it again properly. I finished at what, 70 something %? Love, can I get some water, please?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you. Good thing I made an extra save. I knew there was more to that level. It looked very suspicious. I'd have to look up just to make sure I'm telling you the right thing, but yeah. I've never used it myself. I just read about it. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because I do the same shit with this capture card and Streamlabs. And as you can see, the results are pretty cool, so... I never needed it, really. So just send me the link or I'll look it up. I just gotta remember to look it up later and I'll tell you if it's like, if it's all you need. Thank you, love. If it's all you need, you know, to do it right. 700, there you go. It always goes to 700 with this one. What a crazy level. Let's kill everything that's up first. Clean the upper floors. Oh look, that dude is now moving. Are you fucking kidding me, son? Alright, never mind. Hit the fucking wall, bastard. There you go. Raito knows. Raito has tried it. Ow. Why am I owing? They can't even hit me from here. The slow moving bullets get us all. I know, little guy. There we go. How good is RetroTink with switching resolutions, Raito? And hi, Raito. It's been a while, man. Light gazer, more than meets the eye. There's a secret in that one that has the full armor, which I should get before getting into the other part of the level. Okay. What a level. I'm really impressed by this level. Oh wait, it's already ready. I want to use it with the PS2 because normally I play PS1 games as well on my PS2. Yeah, so yeah. The 5X is quite good when switching resolutions, like with RE2 or Dino Crisis. There you go. How much is a RetroTink though? I thought it's a more expensive gadget. Yeah, Dino Crisis switches resolutions as well. That's right. Chrono Cross does too. Quite a few of the N64 games do that. As long as it doesn't, you know. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. That's the difference. That's the difference. The grabber thing that I sent you, it's well, yeah, the AV RCA adapter, which converts to HDMI, is the shittiest solution. The grabber thingy that I sent you is like a medium but cheap solution. It does good with those resolutions, and because very few people know about it, everybody uses it for VHS stuff, but it's very good for retro games. Like I said, my first streams were just that, and then you can de-interlace using software like Streamlabs or Bandicam or whatever, and then RetroTink would be the third solution, I think. But if you're buying a RetroTink 5X, at that point you can already buy an X capture card, you know, so which does that and more. So you know, it all depends on your needs. Yeah, OBS and Streamlabs OBS have that different deinterlaces. I'm using like what is it called, Yadif 2X. So it does the line doubler and deinterlacing all in one. So you get like pretty much what you'd get on the TV. Oh, is that a chocolate thingy?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, love.
No.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you.
No, thank you. She just appeared with a chocolate drink. Check if the 2X Pro can pass the resolution by itself. If yes, you get the 2X Pro. Yeah. Yeah, they have different versions of RetroTink. So the Microsoft X Capture 1 I'm using was $350 on its own. On its own without import tax, customs and all that. And it has all those inputs we talked about, and it has its own built-in deinterlacer that I'm not using because the Streamlabs one I find just easier to control out here, and it has more options. 2X Pro can do it as well. I want someone to appear with a chocolate drink. What? 2X Pro can bring the chocolate drink. So what do those numbers mean? 2x. That's like 2 times. That's the 5-time upscaler, or what? Like upscales 5 times the resolution, or what is that? Keep speaking in tongue. Okay, yeah. A little bit better pixels. Holy shit, it's been 2 hours already. I've been in this one level for 2 hours. But it's a big level and an interesting level. I really wanted to, like, sniff it out. That dude has a grenade launcher. Better watch for him. Let's kill this dude first. There he goes. Now that one Xenomorph facehugger will appear out of nowhere. Punch me in the balls. There he is. There he is. He just appears from behind. I think he comes from the pool from behind. The strongest retro thing, so to say. Gives you more options like scan lines or other crap. I don't recommend it if you play on a 4K TV. Okay, yeah. So that's I see. That's why people recommend it. It's much easier to set up and like for the where is it? For someone who's not like into that shit, it's much easier to understand what's going on. I see. Oh god, that dude is moving. He's never done that before. So now I can see this dude. He's dead. There's 3 of them. Let's go one by one. Well, you only see them in certain angles. You gonna drop ammo? Now at this point, a bunch of them should come out of the pool and start biting me. One more. That guy's, I think he's hidden in here. There isn't like a menu or software or anything, the retro thing does pretty much everything. Yeah, it does have a menu. I've seen that one. That's probably then the 5X I've seen. Yeah, it's like you said, I think it's for the, if you want a scan line filter 2 times, I'm gonna assume it has 2 times psi, 2 times eagle, shit like that. Probably not super necessary. That one has an elevator. You can see which ones have an elevator in them. I get it now. So I'm guessing if I want to do this right, I want to be really fast. I do have 160 armor. Where'd I get the other armor? I already forgot, son. It was down in that little hole. That's right. Okay. Ow. So one of these opened. It was this one that opened first. And then that one was a whole elevator. Okay, here we go. I think it was here. Can't see the radar from them. Lift activated. Lift deactivated. And the next one, quickly. Goes on the other side. Okay, now that I'm hyper, this one doesn't lower. This one doesn't lower it either. Yeah, either that or the grabby thingy. They pretty much they do similar things. Only the other thing is also a capture card, while the retro think is just basically a pass through. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Light gaze. Oh, fucker. I want to go this way quickly as possible. Grenades. Gonna run through the rest of the maze. The little boots I have. Oh my fucking god, alright. Now quickly go the other way. I need that armor. Wait, how the fuck do I exit? Oh yeah, press that button. Run. Step here. Wait a little. Come on, time is precious. Run quickly here. I'll take the flamethrower. The 2x is just passed through. You do need a capture card as well. Yeah, never. I wouldn't recommend Elgato software either. I told him about that at the beginning. It's the last resort. So I'd rather go either with the Streamlabs built-in recorder, the OBS built recorder, or the Bandicam. Bandicam has some neat features and it's very simple. I don't know who Mike Chi is. However, he's full of BS, so don't listen to him. I have an HD 60S and it runs beautifully. I don't know. I found, well, at least with HD, with Game Capture HD, that software it's good for Elgato cards themselves, but it's just not good software. Oh, there you go. Maker of the Retro Think. I didn't know that. I found these retro cable sites, which has retro things, but these are different from the official site. Oh, okay. No. Flamethrower. Okay, I did something. I still have more armor than I used to, so yay. It looks like that looks like another. It looks like another piece of boots, right? And where does this end? It will take me where I need to go, I think. Alright, let's try it. No, that's not boots. I fucked up. 149. That's okay. Let's see if I can do better this. Where's the elevator, Lebowski? What the fuck happened to the elevator? Because I activated the other one. This one lowered? Oh no, because I walked over there. That's what happened. Oh, that's gonna hurt. You can trust RGC? Oh, retro game cables. Yeah. They do have everything for retro consoles, and everything's tested and it's done by nerds and it's correct. So yeah. Fucking ass. All right, I have grenades at least, but I'm lost in elevator. And I've gained new friends. Oh, I won't make it probably. Maybe I will actually. Oh yeah, I'll find that other armor. That's right. There you go. Nailed it. Didn't even feel it. Still no map, but much better than the first time. I don't even know where to get the map. Dude. Pretend you've been hurt. See, this dude pretended he was hurt. Whoa, I had raw bullets, didn't even see it. Okay. I'll get there from another side, won't I? Maybe? From another entrance point. It works. And he's gone. And he's gone. I can only hope he doesn't resurrect himself magically. There are boots over there, I remember that much. And grenades in all of these. Right, there are boots here. Maybe in the other room. Now we take it slow. Yeah. And they're all taking a few bullets each. Everyone who's in the line of fire. Those are boots. Those are definitely boots. Can I hit him with a grenade from here? What do you think? I'm gonna have enough grenades. Let's try it. Hiya! Yeah, finally I killed a dude with a grenade. That was my one wish. That was my one wish in this stream, and it happened. Yeah. It does have digital out. Do you mean like the component cable that costs an arm and a leg for the GameCube? Or do you mean like the modern, like the ones that they just made with the digital plug? Do I want more bullets? Well, they do, but they're not really good quality like the original. That's the one cable we've been talking about this shit for 2 hours. Two hours now. Jesus Christ, man. It's that fun to me. But so any other cable, I told them, any other cable, if they tell you gotta have the original cable, they either want to scam you or, oh god, he just appeared out of thin air. Or they value their original cable too much. Right? But the GameCube component cable, that's the one where you want to have the original one. Because of that DAC chip that nobody managed to replicate perfectly yet. There's always some issues with that. Lag, color banding, this or that. The component wouldn't work, yeah. Well, for that, do you even, yeah. In that case, you do need a capture card which has a component in. So those are the boots. I went left and now I gotta go right. That's right. Okay. Use the boots. After I finish everything, use the boots and check out all of these pools. There's a lot of pools, man. But they all have, ow, grenades in them. And then at the end, there's an armor as well. They kind of make it easier for stacking up like that. I do have the original PS1 RGB and the GameCube RGB cables. Yeah, for those original or most, well, just the shittiest cables would be bad, right? But most cables will work. They're just analog video. There's not much philosophy there. But yeah, I don't even have, actually I'm not sure for my PS1 cable. I do have some of them are original, some are not. I think the RGB card is not the original one, and it works perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it. Actually, for the PlayStation, I do have the original. For the GameCube, I don't. But the component cable for the GameCube, that's the one you want to have the original one. Now I gotta dance with this fucker. Oh, the ceiling ones are kind of easier to kill, are they? I would just wait him out, because he's gonna come here, do nothing, and then go back. At least on paper. What about the other guy? The other dude guy. They have like those short patrol routes. What's their purpose if they don't hurt you or do anything? Just to scare you, like? The component cable for the GameCube is also one. So if you play GameCube games on the Wii with the Wii component cable, they won't look as good as with the GameCube. There's something with the digital to analog converter in the Wii that's not as good as the. So that cable, that component cable for the GameCube actually has a DAC, a digital to analog circuit, which is impeccable, and it creates just sharp picture. I'm out one day in October, 1 or 2 days. I'll do a surprise stream of a GameCube game that I like streaming on Halloween, in the Halloween period. So for the first time, we'll do a GameCube component stream with X Capture 1, and you'll see what I mean, how good it fucking looks. So now we can do the run for the boots, right? Wherever the fuck boots are. They're all dead now. That was a lot of them. 17 armor left. Now we fucking run! Only 30 seconds. Grenades, that's right. Nothing here. You gotta be faster, Ripley. You gotta be faster. Nothing here. I'm pretty sure there were more grenades, but... Oh, there you go. Grenades. And finally... There you go, 20 grenades. Good. And now we get the armor and Bob's your uncle. So that's how that would go. If you wanted to do it semi-perfectly. Can't even hit them down there. Fuck. So they normally scream, but you can't hear them from the pulse rifle. I killed the facehugger by accident. But if you do the flamethrower, you can definitely hear their screams. They're coming out of the walls. So what Mr. Mike G couldn't answer me, for example, I have a Japanese S-video cable for the Wii. Would that work on the US Wii? It should be the same structure. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. So S-video is basically just separated luma and chroma, color and brightness. So since it's Japanese and the American standards are pretty similar, only the audio carrier is different, which doesn't matter in this. And I think slightly the frequencies are different for video, yeah. Which doesn't matter because it's a cable. As long as the plug on the Wii is the same, which I'm pretty sure it is, you can use it. You can use it on the US Wii, and I don't know if the European Wii has a S-video output, but why would you use that when you have component or RGB? I don't think they are, because Wii and GameCube, so SNES, N64, GameCube all have the same, that multi-video out thingy on the console side. Wii was like, you know what, fuck that shit. Here's a little, like, millimeter difference, cut corner there, so you can't use the same cables. Mike Chi said, don't feed the Think 5X crappy cables, it could kill it. What do you mean by crappy cables? That's the question. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, you know what the crappy cable is? If you pick it up in your hand and it just feels weird and low quality and it's like it's fall apart, of course don't use that. But most cables that are now being sold on eBay, or I use eBay because that's like available in my country. They're just pretty sturdy. The PS2 component cables I got are, oh, those are not original. Yeah, those are just bought a couple years ago. They're very sturdy and they have the mesh shielding around the whole thing. You know, when there's like wire mesh around it to for EM as an EM shield. Uh, the Wii component cable, I'm pretty sure isn't the original one. Not 100%. I only played the GameCube on the Wii, and once I got the component cables for the GameCube, I never turned the Wii on again. So they don't look original to me. Still pretty sturdy, gold plated, RCA jacks, all that. Nothing wrong with them. But like if the cable is almost falling apart in your hands, then it's just common sense. Don't use it, whatever it is for, you know. Like those Chinese thin, with their thin that look like hair strand thin. When you pull them, they're almost about to snap. You don't want to use those. But there you go. Yeah, yeah. There is probably some of that, you know. I imagine. I don't know. I only browsed retro gaming cables and the other one. What is it called? Retro RGB, the UK site. Looking into like what's available, but I either make my own shit or buy just something that like 3 times, like 1/3 of the price, like you said, but does the same thing. And here we go. How long it's been? Like, let's say at least 10 years since I've been using internet for those purposes. Some of those cables. The PlayStation cable is even, oh, okay, that one's original. But even if it weren't, that one's like, what, 20 years only in my possession? Still working. I have RGB SCART and YPB-PR component cables for most consoles. Most. I did buy two, one from that sussy site and one from RGC. They're the same, literally. Oh, there you go. There you go. That's why I'm saying I was telling GameCube Zombie that earlier. A lot of times you'll see, oh, original PlayStation 2 RGB SCART cable only for PS2, not for PS1. They're the same, like the same cable. RGB SCART cable works on PS1, PS2, PS3 if you want to use analog output on your PS3. Literally the same port, same cable, same wire. There's no difference. Same picture coming out. There's no reason to go like to have 3 cables for 3 consoles. I have one SCART cable for the PS consoles. I've used it on my PS1, on my PS2, on my friend's PS3. Like I said, it's been in my possession for 20 years. The component cable for PS2 won't work on PS1 because PS1 does not have component out. And even on PS2, if you want to use component YPB-PR, you have to, in the BIOS, in the system menu, you have to switch from RGB to component. Otherwise, you won't get anything because it's a different color encoding completely. But yeah, RGB is red, green, blue separated with synchronization signal, with brightness, all that. But YPBR component is Luma, brightness, PB, blue difference, PR, red difference, and then green is calculated from that. So yeah. I love that you guys are talking cables. People here think I'm crazy when I order cables here and there. Well, I mean, it's your passion, man. It's what you want, what you like. You should see my room someday. Someday when I finish, like when the roof is finally done and I establish a studio back in the room where it was, where it's like leaking roof now, I'll show that stuff off. I have boxes and fucking boxes and crates full of different cables for different consoles, retro computers, modern computers, different TVs, different recording devices, all this shit, you know. Like I said, I like pretty much anything electronic, electrical, mechanical, but audio, video engineering is probably my strongest passion there. I run my American 360 launch edition via component cable into the thing, and I don't know why, but on my 4K it looks better than the HDMI. Through the thing, yeah, could be that the retro thing is better upscaler than the one than a better digitizer than the one in Xbox 360. Especially, wait. Component is better than HDMI. Okay. That can be a thing. Like the same thing with digitizing any console onto HDMI, or any retro console like PS2 Outbreak. Via HDMI digitized on the TV looks worse than via component into the TV. TVs usually have better circuitry that does the digitizing part than any external device, because that's a very expensive part, upscaler and all that. His or mine? Mine is an LG TV because because his You guys can see this thing. You're like also video files. What can you do? That's your shit. Ah, I was supposed to shoot them. That's right. I was supposed to switch to flamethrower. Oh well. Oh, it didn't touch my armor. It just touched my health. I had 320 something. Now I had 310. How will I ever move on with life? Please die. Are you? There you go. There you go. That's a good Xenomorph. Oh, there's more. My 4K LG TV, when I watch DVDs on it, it sometimes looks like it's full HD. Mine is from a sale they did. The 770 UMPLA, I think it's called. It was only 500. The 480 image looks sick on the 4K TV. I think there might be some internal. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. These LG TVs, like at least the series I've encountered. I'm not a fan of LG as a brand, but when I was looking for a new TV, any TV I wanted that has both component and SCART RGB, they were either sold or they're not making them anymore. So Sasha and I looked around for a month until I found this beast here, and I love it, really. It has an amazing upscaler. So the scaler, that's the part in the TV that's most important for retro games. That's what I'm always talking about when I'm talking about TVs and like the games look shit. No, the games don't look shit on a good TV. They look shit on a TV that doesn't have a good scaler. But if the scaler is bad, so these games look even better on my smaller, shitty, no name. It's not no name. It's the brand is Vox, Austrian, I think. I think it's an Austrian brand. It's like an entry brand, low entry brand of TVs, but it has a fucking amazing scaler. Retro games on it look marvelous. That's my go-to TV. It's a flat TV, but it still looks just as good as a CRT, just because it has an amazing scaler. So it deinterlaces and scales perfectly. Vox, I think it's Austrian, but don't hold me for that. It's like it's one of those brands for people who can't afford the Sony or an LG, or just like, basically, check it out. I think it's Austrian. At least it said German things on it. There's gonna be more little dudes, I'm pretty. Yep. I knew it. Shit and die. There should be one up there, but now he's gone. Oh no, he actually ran away when he saw me. That's right. Oh, Vox, yeah. I even have a model somewhere there. Hold on. I'll send you the exact model of the TV if I have it still pinned here, because it is magnificent. Probably. Wait, I know. My phone remembers it. My parents bought that TV like 2009, 2010. They got a better one later and gave that one to me. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing for my games. So Vox LCD. Aha, found it. I found it. Here's the full model. Brand and model. If you find this TV, it's what? It's like maybe 17 inch, something like that. 19 inch, I forgot. It's a small TV, but God, is it good for retro games. It has SCART, it has composite, HDMI. The only issue I have with that TV is, yeah, there we go. It synced my clipboard from phone to the computer. There you go. So this TV. The only issue I have with that TV is, oh yeah, it also has VGA. That's how I play Dreamcast via VGA on it. No problem, man. No problem. The only issue I have with it is the 480 via HDMI and VGA is stretched like widescreen, and you can't. So for all the other inputs, you can choose whether it's going to be widescreen or 4:3. Via SCART, it does even automatically. It uses the SCART switch. You know that one of the things that SCART does, it has a one of the pins tells it which aspect ratio it is in, so it can automatically switch. But for the love of shit, it's probably firmware. HDMI and VGA. If you're using 480i, 480p, 4:3 image, it's still gonna stretch it, which annoys me a little. It's not too much, but when it does all these good things, I can't really be mad at the poor thing, you know? So that's it. Let's finish the level. Wow. I did it twice. I did it for like 5 times, but that was a really interesting level. And still only 83%. Barely over the last time. Fuck. Done. Alright. Not gonna do it anymore, but I really wanted to see what's gonna happen. God knows how many more secrets there are there. Cable Tesla talks. Wow, 1 level. 2.5 hours stream, 1 level. I outdid it on myself. Incoming data transfer. Mission brief. Well done. You have arrived back at the central section of the ship and have opened another airlock. Do not delay. There are more areas to secure and time is against us. Okay, so we're just doing the ship. That's the whole fucking section. No, don't feel guilty, man. I've enjoyed this. I just... I didn't mean it like that. I just meant I came back to that level like 5 times because it impressed me how amazing it is. I really like that level. Gotta remember it. Door activated. It closed behind me, didn't it? Yep, beautiful. That was a pretty cool level. Oh, because that's the hub. That's why it's so short. I opened another airlock, so I'm gonna go into the next level. That's literally what it was. That's what the whole fucking section is the ship that I'm going through. I think this is where I exited last time. Yeah, this is where I exited into the level I was just in. So there are different sections of this hub level. That's very out of nowhere and unique for the game so far. Baby dog alien. Baby dog alien. So I gotta find another section that'll open. And you get more shit here. So you come here to resupply and explore more. Explore more. Sounds like a marketing thing. Explore more, 64. Up, do it. Holy shit. Oh, am I surrounded? Oh, that gotta hurt. What's hurting me? Are they spitting at me? Oh, I stepped into view. Okay. From 100 to 69 armor in a second. Wow, look at all those corpses. Beautiful. And just like, look how much I piled them up. Look, before they disappear. The tech talk, yeah, man. There's a reason why I have that Tesla in my nick. It's the scientist, not the car. Okay, let's remember that's where the boots are. I will probably want them. But maybe not. Maybe the whole trick is to just charge the fucking dogs with them, huh? Let's do that. Charge! Yeah. So I should have done that and they wouldn't hurt me. But it was still hurting me. Somehow. Magically. I thought boots were supposed to protect me from that shit. Oh yeah, I killed one of them. Boots are still there. That looks like the exit, level exit. We'll ignore it for now. Almost done a full round. Oh, when they slip like that. Nothing there. Nothing there. Probably gonna be more bastards. Oh, there we go. Looks like they're all about to die, but then they're like, ah, you know what, next time. Nothing there. Little dude there, he didn't even see me. I guess he was sleeping. Nothing there. We should be a full circle now. Yeah, there you go. I love the sound of this gun. Nothing there. I do want to kill them all before I resume, I guess. And back to where I started. But there's a whole section inside there. What does that mean? What's stopping me from moving on? Mikhail Mikhailov says, the music here is the best of the OST in this. Oh really? You like this one? I'm not like... I'm just blinking because my eyes hurt. That wasn't like, oh really, you like this song. It's calm. It's a good track. Not a song, a track, but yeah. It is a good track. Welcome to the stream, Mikhailo. Ah! I thought like we did the full round, but guess not. Fucking die. Alright. Do you like the Queen music? I mean, the whole soundtrack is pretty good. There we go. Now we did the full circle, but it's still confusing because, like, if these corpses are here, that means these guys spawned behind me. Do they spawn behind me somehow? Something opens? More dudes. More boots? Didn't I take boots? What? Do they respawn? Is that the level's end? That has to be the level's end. Yep. So that one right there. But what about... Oh, I'm pretty fucking confused. I don't want to end the level 2. What the hell? That wasn't there earlier. Why are things reappearing? I played this game frequently every year back in the 90s. Oh really? Which version did you play? The PC, the PlayStation, the Saturn? I think those are all the versions there are. That's the thing where I can move forward. So now I've definitely done a full circle. But it still shows that like big opening down there that I can't even access. I'll try. PS1 version. Oh, okay. I remember seeing that one as a kid. I never played it. Ow. Some viewers told me this Saturn version is brighter than the PS1 version, but it makes sense because they didn't... There's no shoulder lamp in this one. So the batteries are used for a completely different thing. There were 2 boots there, or did the boot respawn? I have so many questions that no one can answer. Not even the developers, because they probably forgot what the fuck they were doing. That's the exit, okay? So if I move on slightly more here... Is it here? Yep. I should be able to enter that, but apparently I can't. And it looks like I can. There's a big thing on the map there, see? No auto map either. I really wonder. I can't see which walls hide secrets. What about that one though? Look at that. Is it here? Yeah, this one. Says there's something behind, but I'm not seeing it. Let me just throw a charge and see what happens. Nope, just nothing. Big ol' nothing. Hello, Gavin. Good to see you, Gavin. The 30th anniversary edition of PS5 Pro looks so tempting. I am totally out of the loop with the current PlayStation consoles. After the PS2, I switched to Xbox, and I actually was very happy with that decision ever since. Didn't even see the last one I saw was PS3. I never owned it. I just played it at my friends a couple of times. PS2 is the king, really. But after PS2, I just don't like what they did. Is that the new PlayStation that costs an arm and a leg? 373. Wow, I used up a lot of bullets in this one. That's okay. Still amazing. 20 grenades. Let's see what the next level brings. Memory management. Save. Section 3, level 5. I'm just curious to see what the mission will be. Incoming data transfer. Every time, every fucking time, same thing. I'm on PC since the PS2, but now almost every friend owns PS5, so... Oh! Yeah, the peer pressure will do that to you. What makes you want to get a console. As much as I love retro gaming, the PS4 library is so huge. Also Nintendo Switch, that's why I usually collect for the Switch. I do intend on getting Switch someday. PlayStation like 3, 4, 5 are way down the line, way down my list of, you know. And we talked about this recently on my Discord, I think. I'm pretty sure we have GameCube Zombie with like how Xbox 360 and onwards, I just got more bang for my buck, like Gazer said before. I liked a lot of things about those consoles. 360 in particular had so many like fine-tuning little options that were just thrown out of the way in Xbox One because most people didn't use them. Most people are nerds most people just want to put in their Call of Duty disc and play. Most people. A lot of people. I don't know if it's most. Xbox One, still I liked it more than what I've seen on PS4. Especially, you know, that One and the Series X are 90% compatible. And I still have my Xbox One. I use Xbox One for some games, my PC for others. And I can play the same games on them. It's amazing. Yeah, it does. It does have a nice UI. Like the final version of it, at least. I've seen the early versions only on videos. Never seen them myself. Then go were caught and infected. Find these members, kill them so that they cannot spawn any more of their kind. Remember to collect their ID tags. Spoof. Okay, so that's the mission. So what I was saying, ABC, start an ABC, and then start an ABC again. And you're back in the menu. You never updated it, Gazer, or did you? Oh, had. That's in the past. Oh, huh. All right, we're gonna action replay this bitch a little. Well, I just want to back up the game save. And I did clean the pins after that last last Tuesday when it wouldn't load. So now it should load in like the first go. Because Saturn card pins are very, very tiny, man. They're like super tiny. And now it loads on the first try. There you go. All it needed was a little cleaning. Oh yeah, you need to update that to play some games. That's right. Memory manager. Delete Alien Trilogy. Alien Trilogy. Z is delete. Then copy Alien Trilogy. There you go. That's it, right? So it says in the Saturn software, look at this. It says 10 blocks for this, 10 blocks for that, 32. But in the Saturn software, they all have one block less. I don't know why. Maybe Action Replay uses extra info block. Who knows? It's like with the PlayStation that the games use blocks and you can, it's, what was it? 15 blocks. So the whole memory card for PS1 is 128 kilobytes. That's right. 15 blocks. Was it right? Yeah, 15 blocks, 8 kilobytes each, plus one system block of 8 kilobytes. So it's 16 times 8, right? 10 times 8 is 80 and 6 times is 48. That's 128. Yeah. Yeah, 128 actually. 128 kilobytes. 16 blocks, but you only have 15 available. The other, the last one is just for like the file structure, basically. Same with the N64 one is way worse. I think the whole card is like 16 kilobytes. Said where? Where do you mean? If you mean like what it says on that, there's a difference between kilobytes and kibibytes. So some, like Windows uses kibibytes and megabytes, which are not with very close, but not kilobytes and megabytes. And you can, instead of me droning on about them, you can actually look it up. One is based on 8, the other one is based on 10, basically. So let's say, what was it? 10,024 kilobytes make a megabyte, but 1,000 kibibytes make a megabyte, something like that. Oh yeah, yeah. So that's the thing. That's why I was actually mentioning this. So save games on the PS2 will tell you that, but they actually, you know, that icon and that extra thing that it uses, it is not that uses memory, which the PlayStation doesn't want to bother telling you about. So when you copy a game saves have 8 kilobytes, but when you copy them over to the PS2, they'll have 10 kilobytes. The additional 2 kilobytes are for that info. Because PS2 and PS1 structure is slightly different, so it creates a folder for that game and places an icon and yada yada. So that's why. That's why you see that. When you fully clean yeah, it'll say 102, but they actually have 128 kilobytes. It's just some of that is hidden. Like when you buy a, like, I don't know, 500 gigabyte hard disk, but you have 400 something gigabytes left. First, it's not gigabytes, but gigabytes. Second, it needs some of that memory for file structure, so that's why. Yeah, 15 blocks of 8 kilobytes with one hidden block, 16th block of another. So 16 times 8 is 128 kilobytes. That's how it goes. Only you don't see the 16th block. It's a system block, basically, for file structure and other shit. So first of all, PS1 cards. On PS1 card, I should switch my PS2 to show that. Actually, I think I can. Hold on. Let's derail this stream right now. If the capture card allows me. Hold on, give me a second. I'll try something here. I'm still here, just gonna try to switch consoles. that can stay. This goes. I'm gonna plug my PS2 component cable in. Alright, I need my PS2 controller. Okay. PS2 turned on. Because that's what we need now, PS2. I think I got everything. I don't need the keyboard, just the... I need my component input. And I need to switch this. Configure video. I hope it cooperates. To component. Default, so it's not too bright. All right. 576, sure. Might need to change the resolution at some point. So for now, reset, just so you can see the whole picture. Fit the screen, move left. There you go. So now, no, not that. In here, if you look at any PS1 game, let's find the PS1 game. Like, there you go. Survivor, Time to Kill. 10 kilobytes each, right? But, check this out. It's gonna switch to progressive, so hope it works. So now it's 720 by 480. There you go. Fit the screen. They're all different, slightly different resolutions, so I gotta help it find its way. File browser, you go into that memory card, you find that game, so we'll sort them by game title. What was it? Resident? Let's sort them by date, actually. Sort content by timestamp. Resident Evil Survivor. The game, the save itself has 8 kilobytes. 8,192 bytes. 8 kilobytes exactly. But, so the PlayStation software won't show you like all this, but it needs additional data for that icon to store the date, time, all that shit. But the raw file itself is 8 kilobytes. So the PlayStation 1 memory card has 16 blocks, 8 kilobytes each. Only you can use only 15 blocks. The 16th is for all this additional data, not date and time because PS1 doesn't use that, but for like file structure, basically what's on the disk, the address book, because any disk, any storage medium needs that thing. No, they don't have date and time. It saves duration of the gameplay, which is just like number that it saves, but it didn't have a real-time clock built in like the PS2, like the GameCube, like the Saturn. Saturn was the only console of its generation with the real-time clock. The N64 had it only with the DD add-on, the disk drive add-on that was DD64, which was exclusive to Japan. So by default, it did not have that either. No. Like, PS2 was the first Sony console to have the built-in clock, basically. So you don't have that on the PS1. Now, if I put in a PS1 card in there, actually, I have quite a few of the PS1 saves. They're all the same. I'm gonna try to find Soul Reaver. That's a big one. No, not like that. Game title and details. There you go. So Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I saw it somewhere. Soul Reaver. There you go. That one is that one is 3 blocks on the PS1 memory card. So 3 times, let's check that. 3 times 8,192 is 24,576. So there you go. 24 kilobytes exactly. So that's they all took 8 kilobytes each, and in total the memory cards has 128 kilobytes. Only you don't see 8 of those kilobytes are hidden from the user. You only see 120. And then the PS2 also, actually, is it 107 or 120? Hold on, let's try a PS1 memory card in here. Just a sec. So go back to the main menu. Entire memory card, 120 kilobytes available to the user. $725.86. There you go. There you go. And then here. Be right back. Just gonna swap the cards. I can turn the Saturn off as well. I did back shit up, did I? I'm not sure now. Okay. You gotta go around. This section has been blocked off. So let's take out the second one. There we go. If it were 120 megabytes, it's just kilobytes. So let's say 8 times, these are all, so 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, because this is 3. 12 times 8, that's 96. And 20, 96 and 20 is 116. And 6 is 122. So 6 kilobytes are missing, actually. Let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, because this one's 24. So 96 and then 20, that's 116 and 622. So 122. That's awfully weird. Oh yeah, because once you fill it up, yeah, because once you add more, so if let's copy something in here, something that's not, wrong card. I would have to swap them because I don't have any PS1 saves here, I'm pretty sure. Yep, none. That's the second card is only for PS2 stuff. But yeah, basically it has 2 extra kilobytes. Those kilobytes are the raw data, the system data I was talking about. But these same saves, they're 8 kilobytes each. When you copy them onto the PS2 card, So we'll try that just for shits and giggles. Copy. No. Memory card 1. Look at this same save. On the PS2 memory card is now 10 kilobytes because of that additional data. That's what I'm talking about. But you know, the console won't tell you about this. It's just there. It doesn't want to bother the user with that, like I'm bothering you guys now. But on the PS1 card, it's like there. Hold on, I just want to fix this. Make sure I did it, so because I was talking too much about shit that I didn't fuck it up. 140, 720, 576. That's all good. There we go. It's back. Okay, okay. Memory manager. I just want to make sure I did this. Did I do this? Alien Trilogy is there. Okay. Is it though? Let's make sure. I don't know if this is the old one or the new one. So delete this one. Copy this one here. And then press B. Saving to cartridge. All right, there you go. Now it's definitely there. I wasn't sure if I did that right, so. Only 2 kilobytes. Yeah. Yeah. But it's in there. All right, guys. I should go to bed. I should get ready for bed. You got me talking about this shit, and now I just don't want to leave. So, but I really should, really should. Zoop. I am glad that people are interested in this shit. You know, it's not a real conversation starter with most people. Thank you for being here, guys. All right, what are we doing? Rennet is doing Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers. Terran Command. I do need rest. So let's raid Reddit while I can still talk somewhat. Thank you all for being here. Tomorrow, Sasha and I are starting a new Couch Wednesdays game, which is Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, the couch co-op adventure Mortal Kombat game. I can't wait. We both can't wait. It's fucking amazing. Never finished that game. It's going to be a blind playthrough. So, yeah. Don't know how it's going to go, but it's going to be sweet. You two guys, have a good one. Thanks for being here again. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.